So the purpose of this video is really to outline how we use two of the FBA Blueprint tools in an ongoing basis to manage the performance of our Amazon business. The first is going to be METRIX and the second is going to be the ROI tracker. We'll start off first with METRIX. If you want to understand how to actually set this up, go to video 4.6 where we break down the entire onboarding process. So really the purpose of METRIX is to give a bird's eye view of everything that's happening with every single SKU in your catalog, but also, and more importantly, give you daily insight or whatever frequency of insight that you want to see in terms of the sales performance, unit performance, pay-per-click, and even keyword rank tracking. We personally update this thing daily. So if you've got the team embedded to do this, it takes about 5 minutes every day just to kind of refresh this. I personally come in here on a daily basis and just get a high level understanding, scanning each of our SKUs, just seeing what's happening, see what's happening with rank, what's happening with pay-per-click, what's happening with sales. This is a much better dashboard than what's provided in Seller Central, so I like to see it daily. If you've got a small team or if it's just you, this may be something that you only have time to run weekly, but if you say come in here every single Friday, upload all the reports, sync everything, it's going to still give you this daily view, and then the keyword tracking will basically just be staggered every 7 days. So you'll have like a weekly view on what keyword tracking is. So the first thing that you're going to want to do here is it's going to sync all of your SKU dashboard once you've actually got this set up. I recommend having a keyword dominator file for every single one of your SKUs. If you've got a massive catalog of like 100 SKUs, that might be difficult. I think most of us operate with less than 30 parent SKUs. So I like to have a keyword dominator file for each, and I want to know on an ongoing basis, usually at least monthly, we kind of might shuffle the deck a little bit, but it's usually the same 25 keywords that we want to track and prioritize. So as an example, here's one of the SKU examples. Let's just pretend that this was our ASIN. We keep our rank tracking here in column X and just rank our top 25. Again, sometimes that strategically may change, but for the most part, the keywords that matter are going to be pretty static. So we select those, and then we basically just copy in that keyword dominator code here, and we do this for every single one of our products. So it's going to automatically pull in those 25 words to the METRIX dashboard. The other thing, if you want to track profitability and ROI, which is really good to see, you can plug in your COGS here in the SKU dashboard, and that will also help generate some financial performance. So that's basically what we do. And then if we come to the settings tab here, basically, again, if you're going to do this daily, what you basically would do is come into this METRIX. You would download the necessary reports. The ad report, you basically will just pull the 7-day daily ad report, and that's what you're going to upload on a daily basis. For the business reports, you just need to pull the last 3, upload those. And if you wanted to do the actual keyword tracking, you would basically download the CSV for that particular ASIN from Helium 10, and that will basically give you the rank tracking. You upload those files to your Google Drive where you've got the METRIX stuff set up, and then you're off to the races. You just hit this daily sync, and it's going to pull in all that new data. So basically, whether you do that daily or weekly, it's kind of up to you. You basically have a really good kind of SKU insight here on the left-hand side. This is going to show you all of your fees, your ROI, your ACoS, your tacos, your pay-per-click percentage of sales. Down here, it's got your inventory that's either available, inbound, or reserved. So it gives you a high-level view of that in one view. Shows you the sales for whatever this period is. You can also change the date of this if you wanted to. So you could make it the last week, you can make it the last month, and then it's going to resync all the sales data here. So the sales history is really nice. It shows you the percentage change from 30 days in both units, pay-per-click, and total. So it gives you a really good barometer. Hey, am I up, down versus the previous 30 days? It's got a bunch of links here on the left. I can click into my Amazon Seller Central. I can click into my keyword dominator. I could go to Sellerize if I want to track that SKU on Sellerize. I could go into Helium 10 if I want to go into Helium 10. This takes you right to the inventory section. So if I'm looking here and I see that we're low on inventory, I could click on this button. It would take me to the inventory section. So as an owner of this thing, I basically want to come in here and I want to really similar to the launch tracking, do some trend analysis, mainly start with sessions, like, hey, are my sessions up or down? If that looks pretty clean, then I'll just move on to sales. If I see something kind of off there, I may want to diagnose what's actually happening. You can see again what the unit sales are, what the total revenue is. Conversion rate's a huge one to track. If you start to see this changing, you want to diagnose why has it changed. You want to look at the pay-per-click conversion as well, because that can have an impact on organic rank amongst other things. And then it's got all your pay-per-click stats that you want to see, especially this tacos, daily tacos at the SKU level. This is just data you don't get in many places, and it's awesome to see that. You can also track your BSR over time too. Is your BSR going up or down? It's got that trackability. And then if you want to expand this view here, hit the plus button. This is where it's going to pull in those 25 keywords that you really want to pay attention to. It's going to give you the rank today or the last time it was pulled. And then it's going to give you for however many days you've actually uploaded this rank, you can see. And again, you can track that rank over time and start to see what's happening. If you see it dip, you can diagnose and dive into that on pay-per-click. You can really start to see what might have happened there. So it really gives you some pretty good insights into how things are shaking out there. The other thing too is if you want to come in here and actually make some notes, so maybe you change the title, maybe you change an image, you can track all of your notes and movements there. And then that's also going to kind of show here. So if I kind of start to see a rank change and I've changed the title, I can kind of see exactly what day those changes took place. So this is a massive benefit. It takes a little bit of time. It's not as automated as software, but the kind of flexibility and insights into managing your business is a huge advantage, and that's how we actually use METRIX. The second thing that we do, going back over to the Heist ROI calculator, which you can find that in 2.4.5 if you want to see how we set this up initially. We first use this for when we're actually launching products and trying to figure out, hey, is this a product that makes sense for us to actually develop, launch, and go after? Is the ROI and the money there that makes sense? Once we've actually given birth to the product baby, so to speak, and it's out in the world, we also want to track our ROI assumptions over time, especially if key things have changed. So we typically want to come in here on a monthly basis and just check in to see if anything has changed with this particular product or SKU. So the main thing that would potentially change is, hey, are we actually achieving the price, or did we have to lower the price from what we originally thought? Our size tier may have changed either up or down. If we've strategically addressed the size to make it smaller, we would see that cost come down. But there's also times where Amazon scans product, remeasures it, and it's actually a bigger size tier than what you thought because of those measurements. So if any of that's changed, we could adjust the FBA cost here. The other thing that's going to potentially change is going to be your landed manufacturing costs. So have your freight cost per unit changed a little bit? Have you seen your manufacturer costs go up or down? You obviously want to update that as those changes take place. And then the final two things are really just the return rate. So kind of looking at historicals on return rate, is it higher or lower than what you anticipated? And then looking at your latest 30 or 60 day running tacos number in terms of pay-per-click spend and putting that in there. And then just really seeing, hey, are we continuing to see our ROI for particular products stay above the threshold that makes sense for us to keep our cash flow humming? And if it doesn't, that's where you kind of have decisions to make, right? Do I kill the product, or do I need to address some of these things upstream with this product to make the math shake out such that the ROI makes sense? Another thing you can do here for existing products, if you want to come into your Amazon Seller Central account, if you go here to reports and then fulfillment, and if you come down here to this fee preview report, click on that. If you just go ahead and download that CSV and then download the file, what you can do is you can come into the ROI calculator, just go to this fee preview report tab here, select the cell, and then just go file, import. And then you can basically import all of your existing catalog. It's going to take all of the latest, greatest dimensions and all that fun stuff, the price. It's going to put that all in here. So you can reference that whenever you want to basically pull in, and you can basically have your entire catalog here vertically across the top, where you can see how your entire catalog shakes out from an ROI standpoint. And again, come in here monthly, tweak figures as the costs have changed, and then you can strategically address your catalog management using that report. So METRIX and ROI tool are really fantastic tools that we leverage to continually manage and improve our business.